my kids absolutely love morning time for a variety of reasons, and I will be sharing those reasons in this video. So hi, my name is Angie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I'm a mom to 4. I love to homeschool, I love to read good books, and I love to share both of those things on this channel. And if you also like those things, please consider subscribing. I would love for you to stay a while. So in today's video, I am going to give you a peek into our morning basket. First things first, morning basket. How long does it take? I get asked this all the time. I would say in our house, which again, I have a 6-year-old, a 5-year-old, and twin 2-year-olds. Our morning time goes anywhere from like 30 minutes to 45 max, sometimes 15. It really depends. I'd say it's about 30 to 40 minutes on average. And what do we put in our morning time basket? And what I put in there is non-skill subjects. So I have calendar, memory work, I have Bible, I have character, I have unit studies or seasonal readings, I have our read aloud, and I have some new kind of fun books, which I'll share with you. And the basket stays pretty much the same except for some books that I switch out, which are mostly our unit study books and some seasonal books. But otherwise it stays pretty much the same. Another thing about our morning time that probably allows us to go to about 30 or 40 minutes with twin 2-year-olds is I have specific morning time bins full of activities for each child. I have them all set up. I fill them with different sticker books, puzzles, do-a-dot markers, so many art supplies, color pencils, markers, all that, how to draw books, things like that. And then my twins bins, they also have things like Play-Doh and kinetic sand and scissors for scissor skills, all sorts of stuff. So that's been key for us to be able to have a decent amount of time in our morning time. Last thing I wanted to mention about morning time was we always end with our read aloud. And my kids know that, and they look forward to that. They love the read aloud time. I think that really helps them push through some of the other stuff that maybe if they're not as engaged with, because they know read aloud is coming. And depending on the twins, we could read for as long as they will allow it, pretty much. And that's why it can range anywhere from 15 minutes to like 45 minutes, 50 minutes potentially, if everybody is really engaged in the read aloud, because we always end there. It's like ending on a high note, if you will, before we switch into the other parts of our homeschool day. So I think that's all I wanted to mention, those 5 things about our morning basket. And now I will show you what's in our morning basket currently. First thing, I mentioned calendar. I have just picked up a calendar from Walmart, honestly. I had 2 different calendar resources with all different parts and pieces, and it just didn't work. Mostly, I think, because of my twins' age. They would just like come over and just start chucking the little magnetic September across the room, and it just didn't work out. So I picked up a calendar, and it works fairly well. I'm not sure how much they're retaining, but at least we're getting a little calendar time in. And then the next thing we do is memory work. So I have a memory binder I made myself. This is for me. And so I have like the poems we're memorizing, I have the scripture we're memorizing, and then I keep it in here as like we have memorized it. So then I can bring it back out if we ever want to do kind of memory recall days. Okay, just end up photocopying whatever poem we're doing. Like right now we're doing the It's Raining Pigs and Noodles. My kids think it's hysterical, and they're actually doing really well with it. So anyway, so this is our memory binder. So that always comes after calendar. I feel like they do really well with that. Next, we always do Bible. What we have stuck with is the 2 resources that they are the most engaged with. And that is the Jesus Storybook Bible, which we've been reading to them forever. I decided to read straight through, and we're catching some stories we don't read as often. And it's kind of fun. They enjoy it. And then we're also reading the Ology. And this actually results in some of the best discussions, hands down, of any book that we have read, any like Bible type book. I've really, really, really enjoyed this. A lot of people use this in their morning time. And then our character study, like I said, I just made a video on this in detail comparing these 2 curriculums, which we were looping. We are using Laying Down the Rails for Children by Simply Charlotte Mason, as well as Character First Education. And right now we're studying obedience, and come October 1st, we are going to switch into generosity. Go watch that video because I go a lot more in detail. I flip through both curriculum and I share where we're at and how we have liked it. And then next is kind of the area where it really depends. And this is what I like. I like that it kind of keeps it guessing. So we kind of rotate between like seasonal books, unit study books. So right now we're doing our science unit studies. We're doing our human body unit study. Prior to that, we were doing plants. And so this is where I would put some of those extra resources that I had picked up from the library. We have the unit study books as well as some of these really fun, like cool kid books. So let me show you what I mean about that. But first, some seasonal ones. So I picked this up from the library and I really like it. So probably when I return it, I'm just gonna buy it. It's Julie Andrews' Treasury for All Seasons, Poems and Songs to Celebrate the Year. You just look up the time of year and it gives you poems or songs or fun things about the harvest or fun things about the springtime and baseball, and it's just really cute and the kids like it. I also have these books, which I'm slowly collecting them. We used to get them from the library, but I really like them. They're the Goodbye Summer, Hello Autumn, then there's Goodbye Autumn, Hello Winter, and I think they're beautiful. Let me show you inside. And they're just really pretty, and we actually have used these books as inspiration for art. So we've done some watercoloring because these are just perfect for kind of copying the leaves and the trees and the animals. They're very softly drawn and they make for just a really good example for art. And the story is just really pretty and cute as well. So I love those books. So that's an example of some seasonal books we do. We have others as well that we pick out from the library, but those are the two that we use probably the most. And then, like I said, unit study books. So this is currently what I have in here. Magic School Bus. This is the Inside the Human Body one, and this is Cat in the Hat, Inside Your Outsides. Both excellent human body books, and see the video I have posted on that where I share a lot more of my resources that I put together for that unit. And then as for cool kid books, this is what I mean. This book I picked up from the library is called Never Too Young. And so this is 50 Unstoppable Kids Who Made a Difference. So like Pocahontas is in here, and she was like 16 years old when she helped out Lewis and Clark. Helen Keller, Anne Frank, and it just gives a little short blurb of just kids. They have really, really enjoyed this. And we get to talk about those kids and what made them extraordinary and what they did and what are some of their character traits. What do you think? How do you think they responded in this situation? How could you respond? It's just really encouraging. And then I also picked up a similar one. This is Women in Science, 50 Fearless Pioneers Who Changed the World. And this is really for my 5-year-old daughter. And we've read a few of these. These are a little bit more, not complicated. They're just, the stories are a little bit more in detail and you need to know a little bit more about science. I like it a lot, so either I'm going to buy it or pick it up again from the library maybe next year. But that's an example of a fun, like, inspirational kid book. This one, okay, guys, my son loves this book. It's called Heroes of the Environment. It's true stories of people who help to protect our planet. Now, he is so cute. Every time we read one of these stories, he's like, oh man, I have to do that. We need to make sure we save the trees. Like, how can we do this, Mom? How can I do this? He gets really fired up about helping out when we read this. And he's like, how can we reuse, recycle? He went through our whole recycling bin one day because we read this book. And so he just loves it. It's really, really sweet and really cute. Another one we have loved is The Story of Inventions. This is an Usborne book, and I picked it up in my big Usborne haul, which I'll link if I have enough space to link them. And this has been really fun. My son also enjoys this. He likes science. He likes kind of technical engineering sort of things. And so he enjoys seeing how the wheel was invented or how x-ray machines work or how do toilets work, things like that, that just kids really just enjoy. And so we have these 4 currently in here, and I just pull out whichever one I want to read from. And then I just kind of flip to some. Sometimes I prepare and I pick out a specific person I want to talk about, but other times we just are like, oh, do you want to learn about this or this? And they always have an opinion. So I love those books. I've really, really enjoyed them. And then, like I said, the last thing we have in here is Read Alouds, which currently we are finishing up this one, 26 Fairmont Avenue by Tommy DePaulo. Super cute, super straightforward. And then this is next on the list, Poppy. So I'm excited to get to both of these. And we also have a different read aloud for nighttime, for bedtime. So we're often reading 2 big chapter books at a time. So yeah, that's what's in my morning time basket. I have really enjoyed having a morning time basket. I hope that's helpful. I know a number of you have been asking exactly what we have in our morning basket, and so that is, you exactly what we have right now in the fall of 2020. I'll probably kind of switch some stuff up after the new year when we do more history, less science. So please share some of your favorite resources, because I'm always on the lookout for ones that will really engage my kids and facilitate good discussion and excitement. So share those below if you have any just favorite morning time resources to share. I would love that. Even if they're not books, they don't have to be books. I know ours are books, but if there's some stuff you do that's not books, share that too. I would love to hear how you do it. So anyway, that is what I have for this video. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Please consider liking the video. It helps me out, and subscribing if you aren't already subscribed. And otherwise, I will see you in the next homeschooling video. All right, have a wonderful day.